everybody, we're back. Welcome to Scrap Talk. I am Johnny, and this is Scrap Talk. We are back once and for all. I know it's been a little while. It's been about a year. So, how you been? I hope you guys have been good. I'm good. Still here, still training, still coaching, still watching the circus that is MMA and combat sports. Now, this channel going forward is definitely going to focus more just on the UFC. That's what I watch mostly. So, but I am going to cover everything as best I can because there's a lot to talk about, especially in between fight events. So, anyway, speaking of events, we saw what happened last week. Let's jump straight to it. UFC 281. It's all been said. It was amazing. It was one of the most fire cards, best card of the year by far, for sure. And I think that here's what I'll say, okay? Because I'm not gonna try to recap the whole thing again like everybody else has. I just have a couple of key thoughts that I took away from the event. One of which being this: Dan Hooker. Shout out Pretty Money. If you know, you know. Listen, Dan Hooker did amazing. Dan Hooker looked great, and Dan Hooker was on point. Now, I think a lot of that is because Dan Hooker is a great fighter, but I think a lot of that was because Claudio Puelles, his opponent, looked so awful. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from Dan Hooker, but if you go back and look at that fight, and you can go find this, Claudio Puelles chased him around the cage on his butt. Like, I'm serious. That's what happened. Like, if you remember, if you're a real old school fan and you remember Ronnie Yaya back in the WEC days, it was that type of bad, okay? And Hooker pieced him up. I mean, it is what it is. Now, he looked great. He did great. Like, he did great. But I don't think Hooker can hang with the top guys anymore. When the level drops, he looks amazing. When he has to rise to the occasion, he doesn't pull it off like the old school hangman used to. And that's sad. I like Dan Hooker. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I think he's kind of you just try to find those big money fights, those fights that make sense to get paid and get the win. But he did look good. That was a weird fight. Every time he touched Claudio Puelles, he would fall back and try to invite Dan Hooker into his guard, and just lame. But a win's a win. Inch or a mile, you know how it goes. So yeah, I think that's it for now for the welcome back video. Really, really big deal. But thank you guys so much. If you're watching this, I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, comment. The content's gonna keep on coming. I'm trying to drop something every day, if not a bunch of stuff every day, because I'm trying to grow this channel. Want to see what you guys think, want to interact, so let's do it, man. I'm Johnny. This is Scrap Talk. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.